Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content, man. Last video we was talking about Bigfoot and how dude walked to the tree. He had a part 2 and a part 3. So I figured today we're gonna start off with that. Some people say they don't believe him. Hey, I respect it. Bigfoot walked up on me and was like, hey bro, I'm trying to jump in on a session. I'm gonna let him, bro. I'm gonna let him. I'm going to let him. But I hope the collective living straight. I hope y'all good. I hope y'all having a smooth 7. If you haven't subbed up and you just like coming to the channel for whatever the case is, I appreciate it as well. It's an early one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out for y'all. It's a little bit of a long video. Bear with me. Might be some trigger warnings too. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
We've made it to part 2. I'm sure a lot of people have questions. Some people are already either don't believe it or leaning to believe it or just want to hear the rest of it. So do I. So we're going to listen to the rest of his story. We'll meet up in the comment section and we'll figure out what in the hell is going on.
So basically what dude was telling me, he was like, we can summon portals at will. So when we go through the portal, and like I said, it looked like some type of little village or something. And he said it was something, but then he was like, you know, just come on, just follow me. So he summoned another portal and we went through it. And it opened up to a whole new world. It was pyramids. It was cities. They had levitating cars. Like everything we do over here, they was doing over there. They're just Bigfoots. I'm like, what the heck is going on? He was like, and you know when like people smell that just the funkiest smell ever, he was like, that's some type of tactic they do to get you to be like, oh, you know, you about to, then you get away, you know. And I'm like, man, because when we got over there, then none of these Bigfoot stink. I didn't smell nothing. It was beautiful over there. And he was like, man, come with me over here. So we go to his homie's house. First of all, they got neighborhoods like we got neighborhoods. We go inside his homie's house, and his house is set up like our houses would be set up over here. They watching TV. And I'm like, hold on. That looked like something I would watch. And I'm like, what are you watching? He was like, y'all.
Y'all? Now what the hell he mean by that? Yeah, we gonna have to go and finish this story. Let's try to figure out what the hell he talking about when he's talking about some y'all.
So after I get done noticing they watching us on TV, we started chopping it up and then we stepped outside. Dude has a beautiful scenery of everything, right? So he started telling me about the black man trapped in America. He was like, let me tell you something. He was like, they are not Africans. They are not of this place. He was like, they are the ancient fallen ones, the chaos beings. He was like, the scientists, those who look like you that created me, it was genetically impossible for them to clone themselves. So they moved to the Caucasus Mountains and started experimenting with creation. He was like, I was created first. Like I said in my other video, they were too big, they were too strong. So they started experimenting with canines and monkeys and all this stuff. And that's how you started getting all these different races. And I'm like, what the heck? He was like, you ever notice you hear all these Bigfoot stories in all these different states and places and stuff? He was like, because they were there first. He was like, once those who were created last came about, which they were in the Caucasus Mountains, when they were found, he was like, they were in the Caucasus Mountains and they were walking on all four. They were eating each other. They were sleeping with each other, all kind of crazy stuff. And he was like, the Moors taught them everything they know, taught them how to brush their teeth, wash their, take a bath and all this stuff like this. And he was like, and then they got so much of the knowledge, then they turned their backs on their creators, basically, or whatever. And I'm just like, man, this is some way out stuff. He was like, yeah, so we just sit back and watch. He was like, there's a war coming, and we wanted to bring you here to get you up to speed. And I'm like, he was like, you don't remember who you are, but we about to show you. And he summoned this portal. And he was like, go remember. And I'm just like, this is crazy.
Okay, we're at part 3, which should be the final part. And I have a million questions. Now, he said some things that sound like I don't know. Again, we'll do the discussion in the comment section. We're going to continue on to listen to his story. These are his words. This is what he claimed the conversation consisted of that he had with a Bigfoot.
So, we enter the portal. He's like, the science over here is in reverse. And it's beautiful. It's like a purple black. And we walk in chopping it up, and then this opening happens. Hey, I saw floating cities, floating pyramids. I saw people. They was green, red, and yellow. He was like, now you see why they call black people colored people. He was like, the oxygen in that world is rusting you guys out, making you guys look like rusty nails. I was like, what the heck? This is what this Bigfoot is telling me. And he was like, the copper man in the new world was created as a joke. He's like, you guys are titans, trapped in human form. He was like, well, that's a whole nother story. I'm like, what the heck? So he was like, come here. He was like, he took me into this room. And there was this big old statue. I'm talking about a big statue. Just like this big old dude sitting down. And he was like, that's you. He was like, you are asleep right now. This is the form that you will take when you awake. So we in this room with this big old statue. This Bigfoot pretty much got me tripped out. He was like, this room is called the pineal glands. I seen all kind of treasures in there and everything, and the room was dark. Like super dark. But the way the lighting is, you can see. And he was like, let's go down here and meet your people, and it just gets even more crazier. It's like we're inside of the universe. This water, it's floating cities, and these floating cities are actual universes. Floating pyramids, these are actual universes with other gods and other entities and other people and other things going on. And I'm just like, what? I started meeting these people that I was seeing. And one of them was like amorphous. And I'm like, huh? It was like amorphous, the shapeless dragon face. And I'm like, who are you talking to?
So now at this point, he's been very detailed with this whole story. His claims of having this conversation with this Bigfoot. I'm very intrigued to hear how the ending of this story went. Let's keep it rolling.
Man, so the one who was calling me amorphous, this shapeless dragon face, comes from the shadows. It's this big old 5-headed dragon. It was the great dragon mother Tiamat. I instantly turned into a reptilian. The human form was gone. I was at full power, full strength. I remembered everything. And all she said was, "You belong to me." And then left. The green dude was like, "It was something you missed in the pineal glands room." We go back. He was like, "Did you have a chance to look up?" And I looked up and it was like a gold ceiling. And he was like, "That's the physical brain sitting on top of the pineal glands. The physical brain is your enemy. The physical brain is what got you thinking that you are human. The physical brain blocks the pineal glands from working properly." He was like, "You are God, generator, operator, destroyer." And I'm just like, wow. And the Bigfoots was like, "Dude, listen." They was like, "Listen." I'm like, and he was like, "You are God. They've trained you to forget who you are because they fear who you are. You are not like them. They don't like you because you understand that you don't belong there." And I'm just like, dude, are you in my head? Like, how do you know that I know these things already and I understand these things already? Hey, come to find out, we was in my head the whole time. The Bigfoot took me on a journey to deep inside my subconscious. Didn't even know. And then I woke up, or like, snap to, and I was standing in front of the tree.
And there we have it. Do what you will with this information, with your beliefs of the things that you heard. Was it fact, fiction? Was he dreaming? What does this all mean with him claiming to have spoken to a Bigfoot? It was an interesting story. I do have my own thoughts about this. Some of the things he said were very, very detailed. What do you all think about this story? Come down in the comment section and let me know your thoughts.
Go ahead and comment below what y'all think. Me? I would have to say that was a little bit too descriptive. He was giving a lot of details. I read the comments in the previous video. Some of y'all say y'all don't believe it. Some of y'all have many questions. But again, just because we ain't seen something, don't make it fiction. Because there's some people who ain't seen $1 million, but they asses believe in it. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I've said. If you disagree, I respect it. But I agree with bro, and I think I believe him. I believe bro. And I believe him. I believe him. But somebody pointed out, and I wasn't gonna say this, but somebody in the comments pointed out in the last video that the scientist was Yakub, the big head scientist, all that. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but I think I'm riding with you too, bro. But his story connects. Some of his pieces of his story connect dots with other rabbit holes. If y'all wasn't if some didn't know, If something new, more power to you. But hey, all I'm gonna say is I came across the first one. I had to dive deeper. I gave y'all part 2 and 3. If I ever see part 4 or anything extra, I will post it. But spam up y'all thumbs below.
This thing just fell out of my Burger King and is now moving on its own. What in the actual Are you kidding me, dude? What the
Some people put that in their body though. God.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
What?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit!
What
What
is-
the hell is that?
What is happening? You guys see this? Oh my god, what the is happening? What is that? What is that?
They are taking this down like crazy. Watch. Look what they're researching.
Taken down. I'm not allowed to have a camera in here, and I had to put it in a very uncomfortable place to sneak it in here. I'm inside of a top secret government research facility. You can see the grates in the floors. There are grates in the ceilings. What these grates are for, they move air in very quickly, fresh air from
What
the
would they
outside,
need that for?
And they take it up to the roof. They pump it back outside after it's filtered, because without it, the air in here
Share
is
this.
contaminated very quickly. But if you still think they don't exist, why would they have research?
Yep, exactly.
Alright guys, I'm out here because you couldn't be outside in the water at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. Oh, and they just lost power. Holy cow! I should probably get out of the water. Appreciate it, man.
Tampa, prayers to y'all.
Clip is actually from a nature documentary called North Grid. In the video, an impressive scene of caribou running next to a large body of water is shown. A really beautiful view.
It really is a beautiful view, isn't it? But that's not why I'm showing you this video. Special shout out to Nightmare Fuel for this video on TikTok. Definitely follow those guys. Their stuff is great. So here it comes. It's the image you probably didn't see, but we're going to show it to you. And it's pretty neat.
However, what seems to be a quiet and spectacular capture suddenly becomes disturbing when something unexpected appears on the screen. A large bipedal humanoid, which producers later described as possibly being a female carrying an infant on its back while it hunted for food. Watch this.
What the hell is that? Is that Bigfoot? Is that a female Bigfoot carrying a baby? Dude. Pretty crazy. Or is this something that's just put in Photoshop? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Building 7, huh?
Mira, dice, mira esto como de luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien. Y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira. Y se queda ahí, ahí todavía está corriendo el reloj de la cámara, se está grabando, mira, se mira como dos cabezas, pues dos personas se mira ahí atravesadas a la misma vez, que tienen como una lámpara, a lo mejor es una pareja, pero no sé, ahí se empieza a mover y la cámara ya no lo graba muy bien, pero a veces mira que se está yendo por aquí.
That shit crazy. It looked like he went from an orb to damn near two people standing right there to damn near he glitched out into multiple different people and then he turned into a shadow. That shit crazy. And he caught all that on camera, bro. Hey, how y'all feeling about that clip? Today clip's been kind of coming crazy. Man, clip before that, I ain't gonna lie, I was in high school and that was an early rabbit hole I dove down too. Only reason why is because Lupe Fiasco had brought it up in one of his songs. I think he said Building 7. I forgot how he worded it in his song. If y'all know what song it is, spam it up. But I remember him saying that in the song and I was like, Building 7. And I just started looking. And when I started looking, it led me down, you know, what date that led me down. But that's a controversial topic. Some people don't agree with it. Some people think that that was like what it was. Some people don't. Some people believe it was all about Building 7 and it was just some casualties and some losses that they didn't care about. Y'all get what I mean? They use that. You know, they sacrificed that. But hey, how y'all feeling about that one? That's a touchy subject. That's a touchy subject. And we do want to say rest in peace to those people on 9/11. Regardless of whatever the case was, rest in peace to those people, man.
You are currently watching footage of a company who will be delivering sunlight during the dark. Can't believe this is actually real. So this is a company based in California, and they're gonna have satellites that will be orbiting the Earth with mirrors on it. Through these mirrors, the sun will reflect, and wherever you order the sunlight through their app, that's where you'll get it. As crazy as it sounds, they just finished their last on-Earth test where they did it with a hot air balloon. So now they're going to space, and you can apply to order sun starting in the fourth quarter of 2025.
What?
Apple just announced that in their next upgrade coming this fall that they're going to actually put ChatGPT on every iPhone to collect and analyze all the data of yours that's flowing through an iPhone if you're using it. We did a side-by-side test between our phone and Google and Apple's. The Google and Apple phones seem to wake up between 2 and 3 at night, and they have this huge, like a 50 megabyte data dump that's sent out from the phone every night, sending off your preferences, everything you've done that day. Average kid in America, by the time they reach the age of 13, has had 72 million data points collected on them by big tech.
Wow.
Using that advertising ID.
Wow.
Each Google or Apple phone has like a 32-digit advertising ID. It's a code. Someone could call it the mark of the beast that follows that device around everywhere. And that's how the tech companies track where that device goes to figure out proximity for advertising, sales, and who you're interacting with in your schedule. So again, we did Unplugged as a way for people to still communicate in the world, but not be giving off all their digital data to big tech, to people that really don't like them. Some people are sheep and they want to live like sheep and be treated like sheep. And not everyone is a sheep.
I heard this thing that certain companies that have our data, if we search in the search engine, that they can know who you are based off your top 4 searches or top 10 searches, something like that. You search so many times the internet that they know who you are by a couple of your searches. They'll know who you are. I heard that, man. Spam it up if you heard the same thing. That's just kind of crazy. It's kind of creepy. And it's kind of messed up that we've became so dependent on electronics. If you think about it, a lot of us have given our energy to them electronics in some way. In some way we've given our energy, time. These electronics they're so intelligent that they picked up on our tendencies, our characteristics, our everything. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's one of our biggest enemies. Ourself is also a biggest enemy, but AI, the things that AI could do based off what we've given up power, we've given up a lot of power to AI. That's just facts, man. It's kind of scary. We became that dependent on it. It's kind of scary.
We take simply some cranberry juice in a cup, and we swish it around in our mouths. You gotta keep swishing it until you just can't swish it no more. Alright, go ahead and give it a shot. Now there's gonna be little chunky, clumpy things inside of this. Now we're just taking some regular alcohol, 70%, and we're gonna hit these things right here. And as you notice, they are going this shit is going absolutely f***ing nuts.
What the heck? We have bugs in our mouths? Okay, all we need is cranberry juice and alcohol. All right, gonna pour out a little bit. Now you're gonna wash your mouth with it. Now you're gonna add some alcohol, and this should make those little things dance like worms. What?
I want to try that, bro, but damn.
Oh my god! Yo, what is that? Right there, right there! I think it's an alien! I think it's an alien! What?
Get out of the way! He wins! Oh god! He wins! Damn! They want the 107 bridge. 107 highway bridge.
Damn. Now I see all those books. You see those books. We got books under the Vatican. We got history that's just he say, she say. So I want to ask the collective, how can one person know all the true facts? How can anyone know what's really the truest facts if it's so much shit out there? There's so many books that's hidden from us to the point where it's like, how can... If we do come up with ideas, theories, or whatever the case is, how can someone tell us that's not the case if there's still books out there that still can confirm that? We just ain't got to it yet, or we're not allowed access to those books. That's what I want somebody to say. Like, I want somebody to answer that. Like, cause I be thinking about that. Cause there's sometimes people say things in these videos, and then there's some people in the comments who be like, no, that can't happen because this is the case. But it's like, you can't say that can't happen or that person is not right if there's still books out there that can confirm that that person still could be right. You ain't read all the books, so how the hell would you know? That's all I'm saying. There's so much out there. It's like, can't nobody be 100% for sure. That's why I would like to say everybody should. My advice: everybody should keep an open mind, just because there's so much out there that we don't know. That's why you live, so you can learn. Like, it's simple. But hey, I just want to ask that question. How can somebody tell you it's cap if there's still books out there that might confirm that it might not be cap? There's still books that's restricted from us. So hey, let me know.
Look at this. There is something rather strange about these anomalies that keep appearing on weather radars that are just supposed to be glitches. Now, Hurricane Beryl's original path was supposed to have been more inland to Mexico, yet for whatever reason, when the sunstone-looking anomaly appears over San Luis Potosi, Hurricane Beryl's path changes, veering away from Mexico, heading directly into Texas, and it was supposed to have followed the same exact path of totality as the April 8th solar eclipse. So was this sunstone-looking anomaly that appeared over Mexico just a glitch, or was it something more?
I got a question, cause that reminded me of a clip we saw, and I didn't ask y'all, and I wanted to know. So there was a clip with they saying it was talking about, I want to say it was some award show or something, and who was it? Was it Taylor Swift? Was showing aliens or something like that, and the content creator was talking about how every time the Greys show up, there's a mantis that shows up with it. Now, the mantis that he showed in that video looked like this humanoid creature that we seeing on screen, that just came on screen. When he was describing mantis, it looked like a praying mantis, but it looked like that. Did he, somebody enlighten me, was he actually talking about like there's something that looks like a creature that looks like a praying mantis with them, or did it look like that directly? Like when the Greys show up, is it that type of creature? Because I had never heard that before, but this reminds me of that clip, so I'm asking. Before I forget and we go on a whole nother streak of all these other videos, can y'all explain to me, please, and enlighten me? I'm asking, Collective, please.
If you ever seen the movie Don't Look Up, this is like Don't Look Up. And especially with my imagination and the things that are going on with the second moon that we're getting. Bro, check this out. James Webb Telescope found an object that is heading towards Earth. And this object just course corrected itself to head directly towards Earth, right? And this is in the time that we have a second moon that's going to be here on September 29th. But they don't know exactly where this object is coming from, but it's the size of a small city. Bro, you can look it up in the search insights. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Anyways, this thing, they're saying that the same people that found this thing are looking beyond this thing, and they think they found life on a planet. So this thing is coming from a place that has life. Bro, I can't even. So it's coming towards I can't even. This is here from the search insights on TikTok. The James Webb Space Telescope has made a significant discovery, reportedly detecting a massive object described as being the size of a city traveling towards Earth. This finding prompted a secret emergency briefings with key congressional leaders. While the exact time frame for its arrival remains unknown, the urgency of the situation has led to a closed-doors discussions on how to handle potential implications of this discovery. The details of the object and the next steps is addressing this situation remains classified, sparking widespread speculation on the nature of the incoming object. To this, there have been rumors and discussions suggesting that the object spotted by the James Webb Space Telescope is not natural, further fueling speculation and concern about what it could be and its potential impact on Earth. Read further, you can see the search insight. So this is how my imagination works, right? This is how my imagination works, and this is for entertainment purposes only, right? So they have seemed to found a planet that has life on it. And from this planet, there's an object the size of a city that's headed towards Earth that course corrected itself to head towards Earth, right? At the same time, in about 4 days, we're going to have a second moon orbiting our planet for 57 days, which is 2 full moon phases plus a day. Then this object is gonna leave and come back in a couple years. Meanwhile, we have this object the size of a city headed towards Earth. I believe that those objects may be connected. Why not? Those objects can be connected. That's like a little Voyager they sent out, you know? You know, like, that's like a little drone that they sent out to survey the area or whatever. This is just speculation, allegations. Listen, man, space talk and me, I'm already very speculative about space talk. So to me, they are telling us something. Something's going to happen within this next few weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Something's coming, something's going to happen, and I don't believe they're telling us the truth about everything, but they're telling us some things. I'm grounding. I'll catch you guys next time. See you later, alligators. There's some bullshit out here.
Man, first off, let me say this. In my opinion, either we got Nibiru pulling up like it was said, or it's the people who we know about to stage something, make us afraid of something, try to control a perception here, to control us into a new phase, a new way of life, let's put it like that. It's not coming from another planet. It's coming from outside the ice walls. That ice is melting and whatever's over there is starting to come over here. Or, again, we are messing with too much. We're messing with too much. And it's affecting other people, other things that's past the ice walls, other species, other whatever you want to call them. And I feel like they coming over here not to start with us, but to start with the people who controlling everything going around over here. I don't think there's an agreement being met on both sides. People past the ice walls, people over here. I don't think there's a mutual agreement here. I think that something coming with them. That's my opinion though. And I feel like they're trying to keep us distracted here with what's approaching with two parties. We got the diddler. We got so much shit that's going on that they distracting us here with because they got bigger fish to fry. I feel like it's some shit that's going on that they know that they want to war with. That's my opinion. I don't know, but some people like to say that if that was life, another life form coming here, that we need to be aware, we need to be afraid, we need to be that. Man, how dumb. Let me rephrase this. How does this sound when we're saying somebody else might come try to harm us? When people at the top that control what we got, they already harming us. So how does that sound? We worried about somebody else coming to harm us when we already getting harmed by somebody else. What? That's how I look at it. So fallen angels, demons, because we unfamiliar with them, that's messed up to call them that if we don't even know them. You know what I mean? But we know these people who've been doing all this shit that they've been doing, keeping us, y'all know, they in control. They controlling everything. And we don't call them the fallen angels? Why are we letting them off the hook?
It's a message for the aliens coming toward us in a course-correcting giant cube out in space discovered by the James Webb Telescope. Hurry up. These mother are getting out of control, all right? We can't even afford food or gas to drive our vehicles that transport us across the surface of this planet. If you get here, bro, take them out. If they try to greet you, bro, and say, oh, I'm the leader of this free world, smoke them. Smoke them, bro. Smoke them with the laser. Smoke them with the tractor beam. I don't care, bro. Take all the motherfuckers out in suits and then come talk to me.
I want to show you what this flood's done. Everything on the farm drowned. Couldn't get everything out. We managed to save one horse. The rest of the horses are trapped next to the barn. We cut all the fences so they could try to get out. But everything's gone. We got a horse stuck at the barn. There's no way to get to him.
I think
you can hear the pain in bro's, like, his whole energy, bro. That's messed up. It means a lot to him. The horses, his farm, bro. His backyard, his front yard, everything, bro. Who say he don't have a family, which I'm sure he probably does. That's crazy. Prayers to him in Tennessee. I hope y'all good. I know y'all be watching the channel, so I hope y'all straight. I didn't know y'all got hit with a storm. This shit came out of nowhere as far as like me being able to see this. But yeah, prayers to y'all. How often, if I don't mean, I'm just curious, how often do y'all get hit with floods? Is that a normal thing, or is that some shit that's some rare shit that we know is like, come on, bro, we know what this is. Like, I'm asking, let me know.
All right, this is another half hour later. It's up to the steps now.
The Innocence Project has confirmed that just in the last hour, Marcellus Williams was executed by the state of Missouri for his conviction in a 1998 murder that he insisted he did not commit. It comes despite strong opposition, including from a top St. Louis prosecutor, as well as the family of the woman Willis was accused of killing, who said he should serve a life sentence instead of the death penalty. And as several questions still surround the case that brought his conviction. Williams' attorneys claim that the prosecution mishandled the murder weapon and had improperly struck prospective jurors because they were black. But yesterday, Missouri Supreme Court and governor ultimately refused to intervene. And tonight, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected 2 appeals to spare Williams' life over the objection of the liberal justices, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Elena Kagan, and Sonia Sotomayor. Williams is the 3rd inmate executed in Missouri and the 15th in this country this year. He was 55 years old. He will never be older because Missouri is a state and we are a country that maintains a system of official killing without mercy, even amidst evidence of innocence.
And that right there is why we shouldn't be worried about no damn aliens that they say course corrected itself towards Earth. Come on, bro. We see aliens glitch in and glitch out of, and they can now all of a sudden tell you when they coming. They normally can't tell you when they coming. We just see them on camera, or we flick on TikTok or Instagram and we be like, hey, bro, there was a UFO sighting. Why didn't it hit the news? Why they didn't tell us a UFO was coming? Because they didn't know the UFO was coming. We got something course correcting, right? They're trying to scare us, y'all. But we got people like, anyways. Like I said, if an alien was coming, it's gonna come before your ass know it. It's probably watching you without you knowing it's watching you. If it wanted to harm you, it would have already did it. The real people who the monsters, who the real fallen angels, the fallen demons, is the people who probably who they just named in that, you know, Supreme Court that rejected it, even though they had evidence to show he was innocent. I asked some people, hey, we came back around, had to double up on it. I seen it. I had to go ahead and let y'all know it didn't work in our favor, or his favor, or his family favor, because we all the same, man. It didn't work in our favor. It went against us. So the people who control, like I just said previously, is the ones who we need to be looking at as the real threats, the real demons, the real fallen angels, the real people who, you know what I mean? So the clip when I was laughing before we found out dude lost his farm, and he said that, you know, if they coming, the people who greet you, that's why I was laughing so hard. Because I literally was thinking the same thing, like, bro, they're the ones that's the problem. They're the ones who's keeping the dumb shit going, and we're the ones that's trying to fix it. But whatever, man. Rest in peace to Marcellus Williams, man. Rest in peace to him. Prayers to his family. Shit sucks. This world is crazy sometimes. This world is crazy sometimes.
What's this bracelet? I always watch you very closely because I know everything has a meaning.
This is $4,000 worth of magnetism on my arm.
Okay.
This
Why
is,
are you wearing $4,000 worth of magnets?
Not $4,000, 4,000 Gauss.
Oh, okay.
The magnets they're magnetizing my blood as it flows underneath my veins.
Okay.
That will boost and I also take monatomic gold. That will boost my blood energy, not pressure, to a point where bacteria and all can't very successfully live in it. This also helps my brain to function on a different octave. I can go into different states because you're getting more magnetism than most people do. Magnetism works with the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus. It works with the planetary field. The electricity short-circuits you, and when you get this alternating current, you can't think straight. It begins to slow down your body's ability to function and your brain's ability to concentrate, especially your psychic power. So in the more magnetism you can get up to a point, it's like a recharge for the spirit, for the psychic self.
And you have that yourself? I mean, is that a product that you have?
Yeah, it's one of the products that we do utilize.
Okay.
And everybody in the center pretty much uses it.
All these things that you find, you find as potentially harmful elements in the environment, then you go search out
solutions.
The solution to it.
There you go.
Okay.
Why know if you're not going to do something about it? So I don't believe in learning and then not trying to make things better for myself. I love me, so that's
Have
it.
you ever believed that there was something about which you could do nothing?
No.
No, okay.
It's only because of my ignorance, and I don't like to be ignorant, so I keep searching and praying and asking, and usually I'm guided.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he showed it off, that thing looked kind of clean though. The swag was, hey, he was killing it. That was hard. That was dope. And I would get me one if I'm gonna have to look for one of them, cause I for sure rock one of those, bro. That shit look clean.
What is that?
I thought it was like somebody up there, maybe like fishing or something.
I'm scared. Honestly, is it a snake? There's no way.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh, hey, I'm at 501 Burrow Street, and my girlfriend just got out of a car, and somebody just came and just left.
Did they turn left?
There's somebody just left with my girlfriend.
Where are you?
Oh my! I'm at 501 Burrow 501 Street.
Stuffy?
Yeah. They just left using like a Ford Escort looking type of car.
What kind of car was he in? You said a Ford Escort. What
It was like a Jeep car, like a Jeep.
So what? How did was she snatched?
Bro, she just pulled up, and then I heard somebody here earlier. Bro, oh my God, my car is blocked in. What the? Oh my God, bro,
sir,
bro.
Sir, I need you to stay with me,
bro. What the?
Sir, can you hear me? Or are you?
Oh my God, bro! I just watched her get in front of my house. What the? Oh
What is
my God!
Was she forced into the car? Did she get in the car, or did she walk?
Yes, I watched it all. I watched everything. He had a gun to her. I watched everything.
It was a
I watched everything.
Hold on, Jerry. Hold on.
He had on a security shirt. Oh my God.
Jerry, I need you to listen to me very carefully. I need you to calm down as best you can. And I have a series of questions that I need to ask you. I need you to answer.
Yeah.
I need you to answer them to the best of your ability. You understand me?
Yeah.
All right. You said that you saw your girlfriend get the driver of a black SUV-style vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, it looked like a Ford Escape kind of car, like a small SUV. Because she just called me 5 minutes ago, and she said, well, I'm about to be here. And I heard her car pull up.
Hold on, Jerry.
I hear a commotion outside.
Hold on, Jerry. Hold on, Jerry. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. So she had a gun pointed to her?
Yes, I watched it all through my window in my front yard. He had a gun to her, and he forced her into a car. He had on a security shirt. What the?
All right, Jay. Where are you located? Are you in an apartment complex?
No, it's 501 Burrow Street, South.
So this is a house?
It's a house.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
All right.
So and I have her location in my phone. I'm gonna check it, like period. I can check it.
So you're tracking her location from your phone, is that correct?
I'm loading it up right now. I don't know if she dropped it or not. I think it's in her car. I think she dropped it.
All right, Jerry. Well, we'll get a unit at the to you shortly, okay? We'll get a unit at the to you shortly, okay, Jerry?
Man, what the?
All right, Jerry. Jerry, we'll get a unit at the to you soon as we can, okay?
Oh my.
The day.
damn, bro. Imagine that. But the thing is, it's like I would have thought like male instinct, and I don't know if he did this, and I don't know if he actually, you know, first instinct was to run outside, anything like that. I don't know if he did. It didn't sound like he did, but he might have been in shock. But me personally, my first reaction would have been, I gotta run out there. Like, I gotta intervene. I gotta, like, I can't just sit here, watch that, and then it happens, and then something terrible goes on, even worse. And I don't ever get to see that person again, and I'm just sitting there, and I gotta live with that for the rest of my life. Bro, that's a hard pill to swallow. As a man, like, bro, you know, any man know that would be tough to just sit there and let that whole situation always replay in your head over and over and over, and you didn't try to protect. I mean, at least me. That would eat me up inside. That would haunt me forever. But yeah, that's a damn. I want to look a little deeper. I want to know who took her. If it was that dude, DeMarcus Brinkley or whatever his name was he security at the bar she worked at or the club she worked at, wherever she worked? Like, I don't know the situation. I'm gonna have to look. I want to check in more on that. Let me know if y'all know anything.
Confronted this man was one of the best days of my life. In the beginning, this man, you know, the guy who got life instead of taking a 5-year plea deal? An idiot. Ooh, whoever his counseling was did him dirty. He was gonna get 5 years, and he got life. So that's 25 years. He's not doing his whole life. He's doing 25. That's if you know the judicial system. But anyway, I digress. Young Pharaoh came at him, and you're going to enjoy this. I used to agree with a lot of things he said. You know, he would talk about the skin colors. You know, there's no white and black, which is facts. Talk about us being who we are, which is facts. And then he, like, I guess he said, oh, they believe all this. Let me go this way, and went totally left. And what the f***? This guy is a weirdo. You're going to enjoy this video.
You the same nigga that said that happens for spiritual reasons. You the same nigga that said it's natural. You the same nigga that said you let your son touch your if I'm teaching with this guy and that's wrong, nigga, what the do you think? Nigga, what the do you think that shit is? Go find the clip and let me respond. Find the clip and respond. Okay, I got respond. I got respond. I got respond to all that you said right now. Here it is. Number one. Here it is. Number one. I don't want it to get aggressive with nothing, but when I already explained about my son and the touching my I already explained that. But because you don't watch me, because you don't have an idea what I'm saying, because you don't watch me, you don't have the full context of what I'm saying. So therefore you took out context and ran with it. I know you took out context and ran with it. Shit like that, because you don't know for sure. And
There's no excuse for that. Let me put it in context. I have a son, okay? I have a son. And you know, there's times where you would shower with your son, you know, to make it easier. He's 3/4, but there's an age limit where that shit stops. And there's even come situations where he would try to come touch it. I'm not letting that happen.
Facts.
No. You say, stop, what are you doing? No. There's no you let that happen. No, you understand and you have to teach personal boundaries to people. That things are of certain things, because he doesn't know what he's doing. The excuse this man gave? No. You're a creep. You're something wrong with you. And I feel bad for your son. Like, you're trying to excuse that, and then you threw the shot of bail. You don't even really know if that's happening. No, it happened. No, it definitely happened. And when it comes to kids, man, y'all know how I feel. You know, as parents, it's our job to protect our children. It really is. And not to traumatize our children. Oh, when it came to that karma, oh, that boy got that karma. 25 years. But he could have had 5. And his arrogance to be the manifestation of all. When he used it in an unpractical situation. Karma's undefeated. I don't give a thing. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it ain't happened. It just didn't happen the way you liked it happen. So therefore you think it's not existent. When in all actuality, you have no idea what they're going through. This one just happened to be public. But I have to ask, do you agree with young Pharaoh? Or do you agree with this man? I guarantee the majority of you agree with young Pharaoh. Peace to God.
I ain't gonna lie, young Pharaoh ate his ass up on that one, cause it ain't no reason why that should happen. If like Toxic with True Reality was saying, like at a certain age, if you shower with your son, your boy, that's cool. But at a certain age, it stops, bro. And he gonna do something to where you gonna be like, hey, now you gotta do it by yourself. Now you old enough to, you know what you're doing. Now you old enough, you gotta do it yourself. Cause I know I used to shower with my mom's and my grandmother, and they told me when I started doing too much, asking too many questions, they was like, oh yeah, you old, you too old to be, yeah, no, you go do it by yourself now. And there's a certain age gap. Like there's a certain point where you cut that off and you don't let him do that. You explain to him, you show him and teach him, you teach him, man. Like it's your responsibility to like show him correctly, and I'm agreeing with Pharaoh, bro. Like yeah, Nature Boy, he had maybe a few videos, and then all of a sudden when he started getting bigger, bro, he did go left, went way left. I didn't know he could have settled for 5 instead of 25. He crazy as hell. He crazy as hell. Like, bro, you really, hey, he where he deserves.
This is a superfood right here, tamarind. You know what you use tamarind for?
What?
Tamarind is to decalcify the pineal gland. This removes fluoride from the pineal. Because calcification of the pineal ain't based on calcium, it's based on fluoride. Fluoride is what causes the calcification. You see, because there's calcite crystals in there already. But it calcifies because of too much fluoride, but tamarind removes fluoride from your pineal gland.
Another great content creator, man. He never misses either. But have y'all, I haven't tasted tamarind. Have y'all? I have heard good things about it though. I know I'm slipping, collective. I'm slipping. I apologize. I'll get on it. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and yes, I know y'all don't like when that part come. I said it. I don't like it either, bro. This is my highlight of the day to go ahead and be here with y'all. But I know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. I know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But if you're new here, you haven't subbed up, and you just like coming to the channel for the clips, the vibe, whatever the case is, bro, I appreciate you too. I hope you having a smooth 7. Man, Collective, I love y'all. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my count. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm